Hello, crypto traders. A couple notes before we get into the regular technical analysis. The first is thanks everybody for the comments on the last video. Certainly way more than I was anticipating. Something like 300 comments. A lot of people interested in the crypto course. So rather than give away 2, we're going to give away 6. I'm going to pick 3 people and then I'm going to choose 3 at random. And keep an eye out for me commenting on your comment to indicate that you have been selected for that free course. Other than that, we're going to do a promo on the alert system, traderpro.com. And just another example of an alert firing off. And this is an example where we can use the alert system plus our own knowledge of technical analysis in combination with each other. So what I mean by that is we know the setup. The premise is we are looking for a daily higher low compared to 56.78 to maintain the daily uptrend, at least for now, on Bitcoin. And we also knew that we were having some pretty overextended RSI levels heading to that support. That's my ideal bottom fishing play. The more time frames that are oversold as we dump to a support, the better. And in this instance, we then had the 4-hour super stack fire off on the way down. And that happened at 59.10, 5,910 at 7:43 UTC time. And that just adds confidence. So if that's firing off, and I know we're still holding the daily uptrend, and I know the 15-minute RSI oversold climax was firing off as well, all of those things align to give us confidence. And here's an example where I personally didn't put enough trust into the alert system, where I set a bid for Bitcoin at 58.10. Had I just bought when that alert went off at 59, I would obviously be in a solid, profitable trade right now. Instead, I missed my fill by $40. So that was a little lesson on my end. Hey, trust the alert system a little bit more. You got the signal there, and trying to squeeze out, another $50, $60 less, or another $100 less in this instance, made me miss the trade. So that was a little hindsight lesson there. I've been highlighting the super stack alerts the most because they have been absolutely on point as far as their accuracy, letting us know when things are very extended in certain directions, both overbought and oversold. And we've had this alert going for a couple months and cannot wait to apply this to stocks when we start getting stocks on the alert system, but pretty pumped with how it's been playing out. So the alert system here, we got a discount code, get started 30, and you get a free trial, or you get a free 7 days with the premium account. And then this 30% off of the first month will be applied to that as well. So feel free and give it a try. Super stack alerts, oversold climaxes, overbought climaxes, and we are tweaking around the equilibrium alert to get that more on point as far as indicating when we have tightening ranges forming. Always working on something behind the scenes. So on to the technical analysis. We have set a daily higher low. This happened without changing the 4-hour trend. The bounce was significant enough to break 4-hour lower high resistance. So that's enough for me to say daily higher low is now 58.53. That being said, I'm not going to have a whole lot of confidence in the bulls to be able to break 7,000 resistance unless we see a 4-hour trend change with a clear higher low and higher high. So that's what the bulls have to do into tomorrow. I'm also watching the 12-hour time frame, just showing things nice and tight with our double top of resistance, our initial low, and now our higher low, and we are looking for a lower high compared to 7,000, and for this range to continue tightening. And if that is the case, let's say we change the 4-hour trend, bulls have more confidence, we make it up to the mid 6,000s, maybe towards the upper 6,000s, then we're going to be looking for this pattern to play out into at least mid-week and potentially even towards the end of this week, because keeping in mind every one of these 12-hour candles is half a day. So let's just say we were to bounce, get a little bit of follow through, and then pull back with a little higher low. That right there could be 3-4 days of action. So tightening range on the daily time frame, Bitcoin bulls playing defense. Let's see if they can change that 4-hour trend and try and make their way back to 7,000. The Bitcoin dominance chart pulled back on the daily and is now trying to bounce, keeping in mind what was going on this pullback and what's going on the bounce now. So we look at Bitcoin's chart. We were pulling back when the dominance chart was pulling back as well. That means Bitcoin was pulling back faster than the altcoins were. With the green day today, it is also telling us Bitcoin is now going up faster than the altcoins were. So important to be distinguishing, are we seeing the dominance chart go up during times of weakness or times of strength? When the dominance chart is going up during times of strength, that tells me that money is more comfortable and confident being in Bitcoin than it is being in the altcoin space. For the altcoin space to have its runs, you need to have a solid amount of confidence in the cryptocurrency sector as a whole. So for the dominance chart to be dropping while prices in the crypto space are going up, have to have a lot of confidence in the entire sector. And we haven't really had that since the big time dump with the global asset dump that we saw thanks to coronavirus. So ETH, we are in a tightening range here as well. Daily support level was 119.20. We bounced off of 123.72. So bottom fishing plays or plays off support lining up. And again, just going back to Bitcoin's chart. So we had the 4-hour super stack go off near the bottom. The hourly RSI near the bottom was oversold. The 15-minute RSI heading into the bottom, that was down initially in the teens. It then faded a little bit before we got the actual bounce with follow through. So the ETH chart is tight. Again, the 12-hour time frame can give us the most clarity on some of these names. Held the daily support, and now we're looking up at resistance. The most important daily resistance for me is 144.16. The daily exponential resistance has been a brick wall for 2 weeks, a week and a half, and we're right back at that level right now. ETH BTC, little bounce, just looking for a daily lower high, rejecting from exponential resistance for the third time, and we're looking back down at the low of 2021 to see if the bulls can hold that level. LTC, same thing, tightening up. Daily higher low trying to form compared to 34.51. Most important daily resistance is 41.21. So far, everybody's doing the same thing. XRP is doing something different because we had the bull break before this pullback. So holding a daily higher low as well. The bulls had a lot more space to work with. Anything above 1463 is a daily higher low. This is an inside bar right now today. So we're not confident our daily higher low has been set yet. Bitcoin broke the high of yesterday. XRP has not. So we need to see a clear break of that lower high each day pattern for the higher low to be set. And then we're looking right back at the top of 1879 resistance. BNB, same setup as Bitcoin and everybody else aside from XRP. So our daily higher low to hold was 1101. Actually make that 1084. And we bounced off of 1127. Same thing though, we're not confident in the higher low being set. The 4-hour bounce was significant, but not as significant as Bitcoin. Need the 4-hour trend change to have that confidence. Link, higher low was 194, currently bouncing off of $2. And resistance on the daily is 237. Have to see a 4-hour trend change and some bounce follow through to be convinced our daily higher low is set. XTZ USD, our support level was 145. We bounced off 1466, held it by 1.5 pennies. Anything under 179, we'll call it 180. Anything under 180 is a daily lower high, staying in the tightening range. A bit more convincing that our daily higher low is set because we broke the high of yesterday. BCH, daily higher low. 198.27 was support. We bounced off 203. Key resistance, 231. Tightening daily range. And BSV did not really have a clear daily higher low here. We had a little support at 153.66. It's a little bit of a different setup. The bounce initially here was stronger. You could say, well, we lost that support level. Yes, but we also were, that support level is also at a higher point than any other coin that we just looked at. So I would be looking at anything under 181 and 186 as just a daily lower high, but still holding on very well. So pretty much everybody is doing the same thing on the tightening daily ranges, which may provide more clarity for you on the 12-hour time frame, aside from BSV and XRP with their slightly different take, but certainly very similar. So correlations are still high out there, and we're still patiently waiting to see, is Bitcoin going to lose the daily uptrend, or is Bitcoin going to break 7,000, break the weekly inside bars bullish, and see follow through? We are still in a tightening range. 1 weekly inside bar, 2 weekly inside bars. If we fail to break 7,000 and see this 12-hour tightening range continue to tighten, we could see a 3rd weekly inside bar hold up for the majority of this week. And guess what? S&P 500 right now is currently on day number 2 of a daily inside bar as we are close to testing resistance, but not there just yet. Tightening range is all over the place. Check out traderpro.com for that free alert and that discount code. I appreciate you all watching. Hope you're hanging in there and doing well, getting outside. If you're unable to get outside, looking out the window, maybe have a plant friend in a little pot or an animal friend. Do good things, and we'll see you soon.